Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, October 28th, 2025, 5:16 p.m. And with a quorum of members present, I will be calling the Finance Committee meeting to order. Item number one on the agenda is public comment on agenda items and reading of the City of Wausau public comment statement. Is there any public comment for the Finance Committee in the audience today? Okay. Item number two. Consideration of the minutes for the preceding meetings, September 29, 2025, Budget Session 1, Finance Committee meetings, minutes, September 30th, 2025, Budget Session Number 2, Finance Committee minutes, October 6, 2025, Budget Session Number 3, Finance Committee minutes, October 13, 2025, Budget Session Number 4, Finance Committee minutes, October 14th, 2025, Joint Finance Committee and Economic Development Committee minutes. And all of those are in your packet. Are there any questions? Otherwise,
I'd move to accept.
okay, a motion from Watson, second. Second from Tierney. Discussion? Not hearing anything. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that carries. Item number 3 will be discussion and possible action. First on A, the 2026 Business Improvement District Operating Plan. And that our bid plan is in the packet, and that's sort of a formality that comes to the Finance Committee every year. Yes. So, does anybody have any questions on the bid plan? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion.
I'd move to approve.
Okay, a motion from Watson. Second. Second from Henke. Discussion? Not hearing anything. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that carries. B, authorizing the issuance and sale of up to $311,838 taxable general obligation, the Water System Promissory Notes Series 2025, and providing for other details and covenants with respect thereto, and approval of related $9,450,172 financial assistance agreement. So, Marianne.
Eric, do you want to come up? So this is really to close the loan for the 2025 lead service line project. We had hoped to have the financial assistance agreement from the state to enclose in your packet.
Yeah, it will be here for council on November 11th. The closing's actually set for November 26th. But these are the numbers that will be in the financial assistance agreement for the general obligation as well as the water system revenue bonds.
Any questions?
So really, the 24 was all general obligation.
Correct.
25
Yeah.
is a portion general obligation for that. The share that's related to the homeowners' activity of replacing the lead service line, the revenue bonds would be for the utilities share. We will get a highly discounted rate again this year.
Right.
Because we're participating in the Safe Drinking Water program.
Right.
Along with principal forgiveness, a significant amount of principal forgiveness.
Yes, that's
Just
correct.
listed.
Yep.
Questions or discussion? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion. Motion from Watson. Second.
I'll second.
Second from Henke. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And that carries. Part C, authorizing the issuance and sale of up to $4,596,236 water system revenue bonds, Series 2025, and providing for other details and covenants with respect thereto, and approval of related $5,407,337 financial assistance agreement. And again, this is part of the lead service line replacement.
Yeah, and this is for the public side, the side that we own.
The
Yes.
city side.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the first part was the private side,
Yes.
That's correct.
and then this would be the city's portion.
Right, and it would
Yes.
be the obligation of the water utility for retirement of the debt.
Yes.
Discussion? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to authorize the issuance of the sale of the water bond, or the revenue bonds.
Okay, motion from Henke, second.
I would second that.
Second from Watson. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that carries. Thanks. Part D, recommending a 2026 budget, including setting the 2026 fee schedule.
So I just have one small update. If you recall, when we were working on the budget, we were working with an estimated assessed valuation because the city assessor had completed his work on developing the individual parcel values, but the state of Wisconsin, we had not received the manufacturing values, so we had estimated what that would be and come up with a total. The assessed valuation came in slightly lower. We had estimated a 1.5% increase. It came in at a 1.36% increase. So the impact of that was to raise the tax rate 1 penny. So during your budget deliberations, we started the budget at 8.75, which was a 4-cent increase from the prior year. You decreased it 2 cents. Now it's increased 1 cent. So the net change to the taxpayer, if the budget would be adopted as recommended by finance, would be a 3-cent increase from the prior year.
And
So
that's 3 cents per $1,000 assessed value.
Yes. So I wanted to update you on that. And then the second part of the agenda item is to adopt the revenue schedule, which we had talked about some of the new revenues, but we hadn't talked about specifically some of the changes in the fee schedule.
Any discussion on that? Alder McElhaney?
I'm not going to support the fee schedule because I voted against the pet license, and I still am against that. I've heard a lot of feedback, and we're killing people with their, I have elderly people that, we're going backwards. We wanted to get more people to license pets. We wanted to add, good animal control, and I just feel like we're sliding back because people have told me, well, if I can't afford it, I'm not going to license pets. So I don't think our animal situation in the city is looking better with this increase, so I will not be supporting that.
And just as a reminder, a portion of the increase is related to what we're going to pass on to Marathon County, because Marathon County has increased their rate, and so we're required then for the dog licenses to send that over to the county, which helps them pay for their obligation to the Humane Society for dogs. And so that's part of our fee schedule then.
Yeah, there is a significant,
Yeah.
the significant part of the increase is the county
Yes.
side of the license.
Yes.
And the smaller part of the increase is the city's portion that we're retaining.
Yeah. So we are proposing a 3% increase in the T-hanger rents at the airport. We've not increased those in a number of years. The alley encroachment, which falls under engineering, that is a new revenue source, and it would be basically managing encroachment of landscaping in the alley. So similar to our mowing charge, we do have some minor increases in special assessment fees, which is what we charge the title companies for reviewing all of the obligations on property that are preparing to sell. Really nothing of major significance. The Parks Committee reviewed all of the park changes. So not any major changes.
Okay, Alder Watson?
I guess I was wondering, because, I mean, I'm not really a big proponent of the increase, the $10 increase to the spay neuter dog or cat. But I noticed that the late fee remained unchanged. Is there a way to like maybe roll the increase into that instead?
No, because the statutes specify what the late fee could be.
So it has to be $5? Okay.
It can't exceed $5.
Yeah. It can't exceed $5. Okay. And so 12 of the 30 is gonna go. What was it before that Marathon County had it?
Yeah.
So they upped it $7. Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. I remember that.
Okay. Thanks.
Alder Tierney?
Thank you. I'm not going to support this either. Part of it is the animal fee increase. You know, I just feel that the fee increases that we do are too much directed at the individuals that are elderly, that are, trying to make it same thing happen with property taxes. But then I look at things like parking lots. And, we have minimal monthly fees for Jefferson Street, for monthly permit for McCullen Street. I don't know why we can't do increases on some of these things rather than animal licensing. We've gotten rid of the humane officer. It was on the cutting block when we were doing the budget. And it just, every time we try to improve this, it seems like we're taking a step backwards. And I see so many other places where I think there could be revenue made. So I definitely will not support this. Thank you.
Alder Watson?
I guess with 2 of the 5 finance folks not really supporting this, I would wonder if it's going to also ripple to city council. So, I mean, if this is the case, then that's the big sticking point. Is there an alternative that anyone would propose that we could update or change that pet licensing fee? Like, because if it seems like in 2025, we kept about 15 because we had to forward 5. You said 5 to county? It had been 5 before.
Yes.
And so we had been able to keep 15 and put that in the animal control fund, right? Well, minus expenses for sending out bills and whatnot. And so if it's 12, that would mean we would get to keep 18. So if we didn't, we could adjust it down, but would that be something that the other alders would be okay with? And how would that be a big implication for our budget? Short of the animal control
And this
fund?
is on council for tonight, because if you recall from a timing perspective, we usually start licensing pets in November. So we wanted to make sure, and we have to send out renewal notices to the residents. This is on council tonight, right? Yeah,
Is it? Okay.
yes.
So I guess is there like a compromise that we can do that maybe would be open for more folks? Maybe an increase is not avoidable just because inflation, and I know we don't want to nickel and dime our residents, but I didn't know if there was something that was an alternative that we could all sort of compromise on.
Yeah, so the county's change is $7 for a spayed neutered pet and $10 for a non-neutered spayed pet. And then we added $6 for the city. So, I mean, we know that council wants there to be support for animal control. So we have to pay for that somehow. Our goal was to do it through fees and not rely on the levy. So, if you make that change,
I guess my concern though is it's sort of like chicken egg. Like if the fees go up, fewer people pay it, and then we won't have the fund. But if they keep low, we won't be able to like bump the fund up. So it's sort of like a catch-22.
Would there be a benefit of maybe reducing the spayed and neutered fee and leaving the non-spayed and neutered fee intact as an incentive for people to spay and neuter their dog or cat?
I would support that.
So we didn't change the non-neutered at all.
It went from
Yeah, but that's the county's fee.
62 to 75. $20 is remitted to Marathon County.
Okay.
So we didn't.
Oh, I see. Yes, that's right. Sorry.
So the $75 represents our increase as well?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Marianne,
Yeah.
why are we required to give the county all this money for pet licensing?
The statutes specify that we have to remit funds annually to the county. They use that for their pet obligations. So, for example, if they have, like out in farmland, if somebody's dog eats somebody else's chickens, the county will reimburse them for that. It's to pay for the Humane Society for all the dogs that are brought in. And Matt wants to talk about this.
Yeah, we got the chief here, could probably give us a little insight on this.
Right. As you're aware, we have two contracts with the Humane Society. We have Held for Cause, and we have non-dog stray, which we call the cat contract. Everything is non-dog because the county is statutorily obligated for all stray dogs. So we deal with a lot of stray dogs as well. We just take those to the Humane Society, and the county pays the cost of that. Currently, we pay $180 per cat. I don't know what the county pays per dog. If it's the same, those are the funds that the county uses to support their statutory obligation of being responsible for dogs. They used to do all of it. They realized they weren't obligated to do cats. That's how we ended up with a non-dog stray. So hopefully that provides some clarity.
Well, if, I guess, if we feel that this fee, this fee schedule is not going to go ahead without some changes to the spayed and neutered pet license fee, I guess we could entertain an amendment to revert that cost back, less what we have to remit to the county, to the, so it would be, instead of $30, that would be $24. No, would it? Or would it be was it $20 last year, $12 remitted to the, so we'd have to, we kept $15. So this year it's $30 because it was 7, so 22, so it'd have to be $22? Does that make sense? So $15 last year, $7 increase from the county, so it would have to be a $22 license fee.
Would we be amenable to keeping it
$27.
It
27?
would be $27 instead of, okay. But I thought there was but, okay.
Last year we kept, it was $20, we gave $5 to the county.
County,
and
okay.
then we kept 15
And we kept 15. And now,
to cover our fees.
yep, okay, so now the county is requiring $12. So
So we kept it at that same rate, then 12 plus the 15 would be 27.
$27. So it'd be a $3 difference. Alder Watson?
Could we maybe compromise to 25? And then is there like a way we can renegotiate with the county on any increases in the future or no? They're able to increase that fee at their whim, sort of?
Yes,
Okay.
just like we would be able to.
We can? Well,
Well,
we
we're-
can't,
I
not
mean-
everything. Like,
Right.
yeah, late fees and all that stuff we can't, right? But they can't increase it by, they can increase it however much they want, ideally, like if they want to. So would 25 be a good compromise? Or is that still like a hard no?
I guess, we have to remember that you also are taking $3 less off the microchip. So we've raised it $13, right? Yes. That's a big raise, 20 to 13, more.
Alder Watson, did you have something or no?
Why did we have to reduce the microchip discount?
I think we were just looking to make it easier we have people who have problems calculating what their license is with $8 discount. So we were just trying to make the math simpler for them.
I guess that's not a good enough reason for me.
Well,
I'm
So-
just stating my thoughts here.
Right.
okay, so if we're at $27 for spayed and neutered, and we changed the microchip discount to $3, that brings us, that would bring us to $24. We could change that discount to $4, I'm losing my train of thought here. This is
The discount currently is 8. We could
$8.
just keep,
If we keep the discount to $27, that brings us down to $19. If we change the discount to $7, then that would make it an even 20, which would be,
oh yeah.
in essence, a microchipped spayed and neutered dog would be this.
So you're going to decrease the spade rate and the discount? I feel like we spend $13 just giving somebody their license because, between
yeah.
the software that we use, all of the staff time, we don't charge any of that to the animal control fund, but
Yeah, I get that. I know there are costs involved with licensing the animals, so it's not like it's money that's going into directly, it's all profit that the city is making because there is the staff time to process the license, there's the tag
the
that
license itself.
that gets mailed out and the whole 9 yards, so I don't know.
I think there's things on here where we probably don't make a profit as well. But I think this one, there's, a lot of people that have their animals for emotional support. If you're living by yourself, that animal is, it's your family. My animals are my family. There's some things that it's not about profit, and I think this is one of them.
Alder Watson?
I guess I would make a potential amendment to the fee schedule to change the spayed neutered dog cat fee to $20, remaining microchip discount, so it would be equivalent to like a $15 fee. That's my amendment. So it just,
is it more appropriate to do that tonight at council and then, or is it?
I guess we wouldn't have to pass it, right? And then we could amend it when we discuss it at council.
Right. Yeah. That's
Pass it
true.
here and amend it at council?
Yeah, you'll have to do it both places because it's on council agenda tonight.
Okay. Then we could just vote on it and I could keep my amendment in my back pocket.
Does that make sense?
Because it will change here then automatically. If
Yeah.
council changes it at council tonight, this will get updated to reflect that revised rate. So maybe the motion should be to adopt this without the pet licenses, because that will get considered and adopted by council tonight. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the fee schedule minus the pet animal license fees. So,
I'd move to approve the
Okay.
fee schedule without the pet animal license fees.
motion from Watson, is there a second? second from Tierney. Any discussion on that? Not hearing anything. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? And that carries. And then the motion, and then the fee schedule with the pet license fees will show up on the council agenda this evening, and we can make that amendment.
Yeah,
for the
just the pet licenses is showing up tonight. The rest of the fee schedule will come before council at the November 11th meeting.
Okay,
But we'll incorporate whatever is approved by council tonight on the pet licenses.
okay, so that's modification of fees and licenses is adopted. Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, 24 at 11:09.
11:09. Okay. With that, item number 4, motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
From Hinkie, second from Tierney. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.
Can we go over?